Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we are going to be talking about Ripple and XRP, as well as the vast majority of crypto and finance. And with that being said, I hope that you are all having a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are out there in the world. We have been witnessing a lot of big moves being made in this space, but one thing that we could always guarantee is the fact that Ripple is always expanding, always building, and always trying to become even better in this space. One of the things that we recently saw from the Ripple team was the fact that they are hiring still. Three key areas right now: Senior Product Manager, DeFi London, which is going to be very interesting. We're going to be breaking it down. Senior Software Engineer in Bangalore, and then also Senior Software Engineer Toronto. Now, when we go over to the list of open roles and we go to the Senior Manager Business Development Institutional DeFi in London, we have something very interesting here. Role overview. At Ripple, we're building a world where value moves like information does today. It's big, it's bold, and we're already doing it. Through our crypto solutions for financial institutions, businesses, governments, and developers, we are improving the global financial system and creating greater economic fairness and opportunity for more people in more places around the world. And we get to do the best work of our career and grow our skills surrounded by colleagues who have our backs. If you're ready to see your impact and unlock incredible career growth opportunities, join us and build real world value. And here we have the work within Ripple, Ripple X. By the way, this is Ripple X Dev. This is building for the XRP ledger. Their mission is to inspire and enable developers and institutions to collectively build the internet of value through contributions to open source protocol development, aka the XRP ledger. Ecosystem partnerships. As part of this mission, Ripple X is increasingly investing in institutional DeFi, which is the application of blockchain technologies and protocols to tokenized financial assets. Combined with appropriate regulatory and compliance guardrails, institutional DeFi is poised for massive adoption by the financial services industry, and Ripple is actively partnering with enterprises and institutions to develop solutions and use cases leveraging on the XRP ledger and its native digital asset XRP. What will you do? Well, institutional DeFi is critical to our mission of global financial equity and growth. And we are looking for a dynamic and growth-oriented senior manager of business development to join the Ripple X teams to drive adoption of institutional DeFi on the XRP ledger. Now, these are the crucial things. So these are the big areas and the responsibilities. So one, co-develop with cross-functional teams and execute Ripple's business development strategy for institutional DeFi. Build a sustainable ecosystem and generate demand through identification of financial institutions, including institutional investors and other partners who are interested in investing in tokenized real-world assets. Identify and pursue new opportunities with financial institutions, crypto-native companies, and other partners who are interested in tokenizing real-world assets and using DeFi protocols to transact with them. Drive cryptocurrencies-related ETFs initiatives, interesting, with internal trading teams and relevant partners. Work closely with the product engineering and sales teams to bring new products and services to market that enable institutional investors to participate in institutional DeFi in a safe and compliant way. Manage and grow a portfolio of institutional DeFi accounts, represent Ripple at industry events and conferences. So this is very, very interesting because at the end of the day, what we are about to see is full steam ahead focus on the institutions. I am very, very excited for this. I think that this is going to be a major game changer. And again, this is a big thing for XRP and the XRP ledger because they are pioneering institutional DeFi on the best-in-class DLT out there for the institutional space. So this is very, very exciting. Again, there's a ton of great other job openings, over 59 job openings. Ripple has not slowed down on the hiring aspect. I think that this is a major game changer for XRP and the XRP ledger. Of course, if they can get ahead of this, I already think that they are already there. A lot of the partnerships that we have seen with Medico, for an example, and things like that, really kind of hinted at the fact that they are focused on institutions, especially around DeFi. Now, beyond that, talking about that, we have over here from XRP Daily, XRP XLM Verse. Now, this is an older video, but we have Stefan Thomas. I like to compare Ripple to Cisco because they didn't need to own TCP/IP. They didn't need to make it proprietary. They benefited plenty by being the best vendor for enterprise grade routers. And so what we want to be is sort of like the best vendor for enterprise grade routers for money. And we want XRP to be the best asset for routing money. Check this clip out.
That kind of lock-in.
I often like to compare Ripple to Cisco, because Cisco, they didn't need to own TCP/IP. They didn't need to make it proprietary. They benefited plenty by being the best vendor for sort of enterprise-grade routers. And so what we want to be is like the best vendor for enterprise-grade routers for money. And we want XRP to be the best asset for routing money. And so at the height of the internet boom, actually became the largest company in the world by market cap, just to give you an idea of how big of an opportunity that could be. And so for us, that's plenty big. And in fact, if we didn't pursue this kind of strategy, if we pursued a strategy like, so let's say the Bitcoin maximalists, where you're trying to get everyone to use your particular currency and your thing, then the risk that you're taking is that some other interoperability solution does come out, and then other people are optimizing their solutions for that world, and you have missed the boat. And so we think it's very important to build for like an interoperable future where there is a lot of competition, because that's driving us to have very high efficiency and very good user experience and so on.
And again, when we really look at what Ripple has become in just the last couple years, I mean, they really are the best vendor. They are the best in class technology for routing money, for being that major name around the financial space. But also beyond that, they continue to expand their offering, especially with the XRP ledger. And I do think that that's why we need to focus on those that are actually building and the builders behind the scenes, because there's a lot going on here, specifically around, of course, the institutional grade sector. Now, one of those big areas is securities. Back in, you probably remember this, it's back in September when I talked a little bit about this, but I said, this is why I also tend to focus on security settlement heavily. Ripple has been progressing on this front, and they have some great collaborations already. Remember, the DTCC settles 2.4, it's now 2.5 actually, quadrillion dollars worth of securities per year. Welcome to the future of settlement. And I'm quoting Crypto Airy, because this is a project that actually collaborates with SuperHow, and it has ties back to Ripple and, of course, the XRP ledger. We have the Axiology. SuperHow Ripple collaboration is focused on building a regulated tokenized securities infrastructure, trading on DLT with instant issuing and settlement of a securities asset, such as a bond or share built on the technology of the XRP ledger. Check it out. Now, here is a quote actually from James Wallace, which is the VP of Central Bank Engagement at Ripple. Ripple is delighted to be working with SuperHow and the Axiology Decentralized Securities Project, further developing our commitment to delivering real-world use cases for central bank digital currencies. The project aims to develop a regulatory compliant infrastructure within the scope of the European Union DLT pilot regime regulation. The settlement of tokenized securities requires a tokenized settlement asset such as the CBDC or stablecoin. This will enable instant issuing and settlement of a securities asset such as a bond or share. The project will deliver significant learning for a future CBDC, which can be issued by European banks. Now, on the next slide here, right, we have the Axiology platform, and it says, just imagine. Current capital markets, we have capital markets with Axiology on the right side. You can see how significant this is in terms of complexity and how simple Axiology actually is when it comes to capital markets. We have settlement of tokenized bonds or shares on the XRP ledger, which is a big game changer. Again, XRP is at the forefront of that. And here we actually have, built on the powerful technology of the XRP ledger, the Axiology project showcases a tangible real-world application for the XRP ledger technology. Again, this is around tokenized securities. Tokenized securities could be pretty much anything, by the way, and it does go back to even DTCC. So this is a huge one to focus on as well, and this is why I say institutional focus on DeFi, settlements around securities, things like that, tokenization. It's all a massive wave of incredible potential and value to be on the actual ledger, on chain. Now, also, why am I bringing up the DTCC? Why am I talking about that? Well, over here we have, for the shallow-minded, lots of noise on X lately about XRP. This got posted by RizXRP. The video is actually from XRP Darren, or Crypto Darren now. Check this video out. I'm going to speed it up a little bit, but listen closely to what she is saying. This is from the DTCC themselves.
There are other options, and the onus on us is to explore these options and determine which capabilities each technology solution and architecture in many ways is a best fit for the problems that we're trying to solve. So for example, there are going to be other distributed database solutions that could be applied in light of solving these problems. But when you start to then add on additional capabilities like tokenizing a security and providing smart contract or programmable functionality to a transaction, then you start to really unlock some of the power that distributed ledger technology provides. And so it's that aggregation of a variety of capabilities that have pointed us to this particular technology. But I do think that it's important to pull out the point that you're making, Jane, which is that blockchain is in many areas a solution in search of a problem. And so we've taken a very critical view when we evaluate our use cases to ensure that a blockchain solution that we are applying is a very tightly scoped one for the use case that is not just putting a solution on a chain, but rather understanding what additional capabilities and therefore value that we can unlock by putting a solution on a network or on a chain.
DTCC is critical of blockchain for obvious reasons, but for tokenization, programmable money, and micropayments, a variety of use cases, quote, you unlock the power of distributed ledger technology. Quote, a blockchain solution that we are applying is a very tightly scoped use case. So they're applying a blockchain solution. Donald Donahue from DTCC is an advisor for Ripple Labs. He's a board member. I'm very interested in the capabilities distributed payment technology seem to offer for improving the safety, soundness, and cost-effectiveness of global payments and settlement infrastructure, Donahue remarked. Ripple is already a clear leader in the space. I'm looking forward with Ripple Labs' team to deliver on these exciting possibilities.
And this is a great thing to note as well, because this is the CEO of the DTCC even addressing the fact that Ripple is already at the forefront of this. They are a clear leader in this space. And this goes all the way back to like 2015, guys. Fast forward to today, and we still know that Ripple is a major leader. They continue to expand. They continue to improve. And by the way, the DTCC already has blockchain-based technology, which we will address here in a second. Going back to October, actually, we just saw the DTCC acquire blockchain infrastructure developer Securrency. Again, talking about digital asset clearance options and things like that. $2.5 quadrillion worth of securities transactions in 2022. It's kind of crazy to think about, but this is the big players that are here. They understand the value behind digital assets, and they understand the value behind the technology as well. This is why I say keep focusing on the big names. These are the big players that you want to look into. But beyond that, they already have Project Ion. Now, a lot of people think that, all right, well, because they have Project Ion, they don't need to tap into any other player, right? Well, this is private-based DLT technology. And this is for settlement while upholding the DTCC's rigorous resiliency and safety standards. That's what this is designed for. But we know that in the past, going all the way back to August 5th, right, here we actually have from Matthew Lin Y, I wonder what digital assets will be utilized. DTCC currently operates on paper for swaps. That's being replaced with Ion, and XRP will have a role. And here we actually have from August 22nd, 2022, DTCC selects Corda for Project Ion platform. Over here, R3 reveals Corda Payments app integrates with XRP. Now, we do know that XDC is also tied into this. A lot of people still speculate that XRP is not utilized at all on R3, and that could very well be the case, but I still believe that there is some significance to XRP still having inner workings within R3. But then also over here, we actually have from August 5th, 2023, ISDA welcomes Ripple Labs as member of the elite global derivatives trade body. Remember, this is a big one to focus on as well. The ISDA is huge around derivatives, and we know that the DTCC is focused on that as well. There's a lot of money at stake here around these big players. And I do question, the DTCC will obviously want to get to T+0. We know that T+1 right now is the big revolution at hands. Everyone is, really kind of forcing the hand on T+1. But I do question, how are they going to get to T+0? I don't think that private DLT is going to cut it. I still believe that they are going to need some players tapped in. For an example, we actually have down here that Project Ion is being built to support the same settlement timeframes as the DTC's classic systems and is being delivered as settlement time agnostic, including T+1, T+2, T+0, and more. Now, again, we know that DLT has the opportunity to revolutionize settlement times. We don't know what specific player they are utilizing. We know that this is private-based DLT, but it is a DLT platform. So there could be many players tied to this. There could be many technology providers as well. We even actually see with many of the world's leading market participants and technology providers. This is a prototype, by the way. It is a pilot. But I do think that there could be some room for XRP. We already know that Ripple and XRP were noted by the CEO of the DTCC for their overall focus and leadership capabilities. So it wouldn't surprise me if at some point in time we had an announcement from the DTCC that Ripple and XRP were being utilized at all. But we still don't know, right? We are still very well early into this major revolution. I personally am heavily focused on these bigger names like the DTCC and what they are doing, because they are ready. They understand the benefits behind this technology. That's also why I say, if the DTCC is moving on it, if Swift is moving on it, if all these major banks are looking at it, if central bankers are talking about it, guess what? It's inevitable. And DLT and blockchain, it's going to change the entire world. And those leaders that have been at the forefront of this for a very long time, Ripple included, with XRP, of course, they are going to reap the rewards of being extremely early in the space, building value, building real world utility, and pioneering it as well. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. If you guys want more free content, you guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.